house. And
now her comment yesterday,
I am over it already.
Her comment yesterday said that the stomach buzz has hit her house and that I have also hit her house when I've never called her. I wasn't one that called you 6-7 times in a row yesterday when you were asked to not call because I have kids sleeping. And what you said about my kids sleeping was that you do not give a shit. And you're going to sit here and call me a hater and a harasser and a bullier. But everybody can look at my page and see you cursing me. They can see you calling people names all the time. You're not being bullied. I'm going to tell you, you're not being bullied. And as a matter of fact, I let you into the group against the wishes of other non-supporters. The administrators kicked me out of all the Darla groups and kicked me out of my own group because I was telling them that they should let you in the group. And we let you in. And we let you in against their best, them telling me, don't let her in. You know, this is what she'll do. I have never messaged you on Facebook. You've always messaged me. I've never called your house. You've called my house. And the thing was solely, let her talk a little bit. Let her talk here a little bit.
However, let's get it over with before school starts back next week. So, currently waiting for prescriptions to be ready and just kind of thinking about how tough you have to be to put yourself out there.
Yes, you do have to be pretty tough when you stick up for children that have been hurt. And even without my son committing this crime, you still get hate from the supporters of these criminals. And people in my group know what I've been through with these supporters, and I wasn't about to go through that again. So I'm going to let her talk, and then I'm going to put her in her place politely.
And take all the bullying that you get. And I'm not saying it about myself in this situation.
You can't say it about yourself because there's too many people that you have talked down to and insulted to be saying that you've been bullied. There's too many people. It's all been gathered.
There is a fellow TikToker that covered a case.
Now, my TikTok has absolutely nothing to do with any crime case anywhere. I just use it to goof off. It's Dayton Pops on TikTok. Go take a look. I just use it to goof off, but let's listen to what she's got to say.
And it just so happens to be related to a Darlie Routier hater.
No, we're not a Darlie Routier hater. If we're haters, right, then what's that make you? Are you a hater of the justice system? Because you saw something wrong in that justice system. So that makes you a hater, right? Well, we see something wrong with her saying that she's innocent. You're the hater.
And that particular hater has a child, a grown son, that killed his
own
stepson.
Misinformation right there. He was not his stepson. They were not married. So there you go. If you want to play tit for tat with semantics.
And a video was done that covered the case, just factual information.
Oh, there was absolutely no factual information in that video. The only factual information is that he was convicted. The rest of the stuff she got wrong. One, he wasn't hiding in the closet. Okay? Two, I turned him in. I'm the one that turned him in and walked him to the police. That wasn't put in there. And then she said that a CPS worker from the case was tried and convicted because of that case. And that's absolutely incorrect. But the reason that I even question it is because Sully said, why does he get to speak about Darlie when his son did this? Let's go to that question. All right. She thought that she would bring up, as if I haven't posted the whole trial for everybody to see. She thought she would bring that up as if, well, look at this guy talking about Darlie. Look what his son did. Well, look at Danelle. Look at Danelle trying to save Darlie. Look what her dad did. To Darlie.
And it wasn't really anything malicious or crazy.
It wasn't anything really malicious or crazy. Why does he get to speak on Darlie? Because I got freedom of speech, bitch. That's why.
Now that hater has taken it upon himself to do everything in his power.
Everything in my power. Like saying, hey, please don't call right now because my kids are asleep when you keep calling over and over and over again. When I tell you that I'm not going to message you and I'm not going to bother you and you continue to message me. I didn't talk to you like you were a 4-year-old on the phone. You did that to me. And I took it. Hello. Goodbye. Spam callers. Let me go back to where I was at here.
To attack myself and my family even more than...
She is saying that I am attacking her, but she can't show anything. Put it on your TikTok where I've attacked you. Go ahead, Danelle. Put it on your TikTok where you were attacked. See, here's what I'm going to tell you. You're a liar. You can't produce anything where I have attacked you, but I can produce things where you've attacked me. You see where my son got it from? Right? Your son is a child killer, right? You see where, and you didn't even have enough respect for me to not stop calling my phone over and over again after I told you my kids were asleep. You can't produce anything where I've attacked you.
He had before, because I commented how ironic it was that a hater that says he advocates for children has a son.
Oh, I do advocate for children. And I had been advocating for children before he did this. But if you go back and listen to the phone conversation that I posted of me and Danelle speaking, she said, I'm not going to comment on your son. I don't have any comment. I'm not going to throw that at you. I'm not going to do that. But when Sully did it, she's putting little funny laugh marks up on her posts and then making comments about me. You said you weren't going to do that. You told me that to my ear. And then you turned around and did it. How about that?
They killed a child. That is definitely irony. You belong to a true crime hate group where you speak about poor innocent children that are killed, and yet you're...
Well, you know what else is ironic? Is that you want to talk about how the law didn't work for Darlie. Right? But not a damn one of you called the law on Dennis Stahl for touching her. And you say he's a wonderful person? If he touched one of your kids, would he be wonderful? You want to talk about how the law doesn't work, and you don't use it when you have an appropriate point to use it. You wanted to protect your family from the justice that they should have gotten, which to be convicted of that. And to this day, you're saying that he's a wonderful man? Maybe he is. He's a wonderful man with sticky-ass fingers, according to Darlie.
Son was one that killed them. Yikes. Anyways.
And here's the thing. And in the conversations that me and Danelle had about my son and all that, she never told me how ironic it was. She never said it to me. She was up under her little buddy's TikTok with the little funny marks. I never attacked your family before either. And all these people that are in the non-support groups, they know this. Your family attacked me when I chose to leave support. Your mother did it. Gia Leone did it. Some of them that I'm friendly with now. They all talked about it. They all wouldn't let me just leave support. None of them. They didn't like it. Because when I was in Darlie's support, I supported her the same way I'm non-supporting her. Except for on the non-support side, I've got the facts.
Because I said a single comment on that video, I am now enemy number one.
Oh, nobody said you were enemy number one. But if we want to talk about families, right, of people that support Darlie or don't support Darlie and what they've done in the past, if we want to talk about family members, yeah, that's ironic. It's ironic that you would speak up for somebody when your dad is a child molester, according to Darlie. Why was charges never pressed on him? That's a good question, isn't it? And I wasn't going to talk about your family because we talked about it in private. I wasn't going to talk about your family because you asked me not to, right? But you had no problem talking about my family and how ironic it was, right? I didn't make any comments about Dennis Stahl because you asked me not to. And I was going to stick to that until you decided to comment on my family. Tit for tat. Except for mine's better. The Dennis Stahl that I'm talking about is case related to Darlie. How is Ryan Luke case related to Darlie? Remember, I'm a psycho.
And maybe enemy number 2, because the true crime content creator.
You people are not my enemies. The shit that you put out your mouth can be my enemy. And the way I defeat that is I show the proof. I'm really good about the proof. You know why you people don't like me? Because I put out the facts about what Darlie did to those 2 boys. That's why you don't like me. Post any time that you've seen me tell a lie about Darlie. Post any time that you've seen me attack you, Danelle. I challenge you to that. I challenge you to post where I've attacked you because you can't do it. You can't. So you're sitting there lying to all your TikTok subs again. And don't worry.
Is also in his crosshairs. So
she's only in my crosshairs because she sent me a message that said, I'm going to publicly embarrass you. So she put herself in my crosshairs. You people don't know me. You don't know the type of shit that I can dig up and have dug up in this case and the people surrounding it. You don't know me. You chose to fuck with me. You chose to not have a civil debate with me. That's what you chose.
He is posting ravenously, trying to hurt feelings and say ugly things and
say ugly things like where I see where your son got it from, and that I'm a fucking moron. Have I called you that? Have I called you those ugly things that I've got posted that you said that they can hear you say with your own voice? You're sitting here lying, just like you're lying about your sister.
You know, I was made for this.
You was not. You are not made for this. That's why you posted you didn't sleep all night. Because ain't nobody been in your face to say, if Dennis hadn't done that to her, maybe we wouldn't be here talking about this. Reality is setting in on you. That's why you couldn't sleep last night. Because of Sticky Fingers, who abused her as a child. According to her.
That I've settled a bit. It's going to roll off my back just like the rest of the hate does, and nothing you can do or say can cause me any more harm or damage than what's already been done. So good luck. I don't care. I am more upset that your intentions are so malicious with the true crime content creator. I've dealt with this for 27 years, and I have taken it on the chin and gotten right back up every single time. And here you are with one single video that addressed your son's crime, and you're in the corner crying like a baby.
Oh no, I'm not crying like a baby. No, you're the one that stayed up all night last night. I slept like a baby. I'm not crying about that. What I'm crying about, again, since you don't understand and you don't look at what it had actually been said in that video. I don't care. I put my own son's court trial, every document, everything up for everybody to see. I wasn't crying then, and I'm not going to cry now about it. He did the shit, not me. What do I got to cry about? He did it, not me. I cried more for the baby than him. He's alive. So I'm not crying about it. It's you that was crying about it. When it got turned in, when somebody mentioned my family in revenge for me talking about Darlie, because the question was, why does he get to talk about Darlie when his son did this? That's what was offensive. That's what was offensive. I could care less that people, I didn't kill anybody. I could care less. I've never tried to hide the fact that my son was convicted. I put it all out there for everyone to see. So why would I be crying about it? It's annoying that Darlie supporters use that. And Sully's not the first Darlie supporter that said, oh, look at his son. Oh, when you can't answer questions, right? Like, what case was it that you were an expert in, that you tell everybody you were an expert witness in a case? And she says, oh, that'll dox me if I do that. Well, so? Are you ashamed? Because anybody around that case that you allegedly served as an expert in, they can go in and find out who you were. You're not an expert. She's a liar. The woman is a liar.
Hurt people, and that's what you're doing.
And you know what? I just used that comment yesterday. Hurt people, hurt people. And here's another thing, Danelle. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. You're doing exactly what your mother did 10, 12 years ago. The same exact thing. And these people in the non-support groups are watching it happen.
You're trying to hurt people.
I'm not trying to hurt nobody. You're the one that called my house. If the fact that Darlie sat on the stand and said that your dad did this to her hurts you, then take it up with your fucking sister.
So here's a little side message for this video. Moms and dads, teach your children that just because somebody hurts you does not mean you need to hurt them back.
Right. That does not mean you say things like, you fucking moron. You know, like, you fucking weirdo, you psycho. I see where your son got it from. That type of stuff. Because you started it. I'm going to finish it. You started it by talking shit to me, and I can prove it. And everybody that's in my groups has seen you do this. You are sitting here fucking lying. You are a liar.
Just because your feelings get hurt does not mean you need to go punch somebody in the nose.
Oh, my feelings aren't hurt, and I didn't try to punch nobody in the nose, and I'm absolutely no threat to you. I'm a threat to your lies.
Yeah, it might feel good. You know, in the moment you think you're getting your revenge, but what is that revenge getting you?
I don't know. It's probably getting you called out to Plano, Texas on a domestic violence in Darlie Key's house because somebody tried to stab somebody when Dana walked out and said, that bitch is fucking crazy. You're out here telling everybody that we're psycho and morons when you got Dana saying to the police that your mother's fucking crazy. Let's talk about family members. Isn't it ironic?
Absolutely.
You know what else is ironic? That you had sit here and for years you guys trashed Texas. You trashed the justice system. You trashed the police. You trashed the FBI. You trashed CSI workers. And when people come back and tell you how wrong you are, you run to the same people that you trashed.
Nothing. More trouble, more sorrow, more heartbreak, more damage. Let's teach our kids that sometimes it's better just to walk away. Like, fair game.
Teach our kids that when someone tells you to please stop calling over and over and over again because you have kids sleeping in the house, teach your kids that they should probably not call. Don't teach your kids to say, I don't give a shit about that. Teach your kids that, Danelle.
It is what it is. Not everybody has to know your story. And also, you don't have to attend every fight you're invited to. Just walk away. Doesn't matter. No.
When you're telling your people to walk away, does that mean you shouldn't get on Facebook and call somebody over and over again because you don't like what they said? Just walk away, Danelle. You're not following your own advice.
Not worth it. And that's where I'm at right now.
Yep. That's where it's at. Just walk away. Because if you try to debate this case with me, or Sully tries to debate this case with me in any public forum, you better fucking walk away because I will own you. I've already owned you. When you're sitting here trying to describe what superficial means and try to tell me that it wasn't a medical term for a light wound when it is, you're trying to convince me that a word means something that it doesn't mean. You know, sort of like fighting and frightening. Is this shit hereditary in your family or something?
This particular person has nothing of value, adds nothing of value, is nothing of value. So have cut all ties, have blocked everything, have issued a do not contact I will not have any further communication. And if there is any further communication between this individual and myself, then a harassment charge will be immediate.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. You've already told people that you went to the police and made a report. So you sitting out here talking about me, you say you don't want any contact. I've never contacted you. You've always contacted me, and I can prove that. You're not going to play this poor victim me on me.
Immediately filed. I do have some civil liability or civil, what's the word for that? I could potentially sue this person.
Yeah, just like Darren and Darlie Key could potentially sue the city of Rowlett, and they lost. Get to filing, you won't win. Matter of fact, I dare you to file. It'll turn around on you.
But at this point, it would cost me money, and they have nothing, so it does me no good. I wouldn't want anything they have anyways.
Now look, how do you know what we have? How do you know what we have, Danelle? I mean, I own my house. Got decent cars. Got quite a bit of savings. Why don't you try it? What are you gonna say they have nothing? I'll tell you who's got nothing. Devin and Damon have nothing. That's who's got nothing. But what we have here is a happy home with two kids that can go to sleep and not worry about being stabbed to death by anybody. How are you going to sit there and say that we have nothing? You don't know how resourceful I am.
And I just don't know if it's worth it for me to spend my hard-earned money that I work hard for.
Yeah, go for it. You know, I dare you to do it, because if you file a lawsuit, I'll turn it around on your fucking ass and own you. Dare me. Dare me.
To send this particular individual, whom is a nothing, a non-factor, as Darlie would say.
No, Darlie would say that Devin and Damon were a non-factor. All supporters have been leery of BryanSt.John.
A letter telling them to keep my name out of their mouth, because it doesn't matter. They're a fan. That's okay. Be a fan. I'm glad that you get entertainment out of my life, and I hope you.
Also, when you're posting and laughing and making jokes about my son's case, are you a fan? Are you getting entertainment out of my life or Braden Ferguson's life, which neither one of you bitches have ever mentioned his name? He's just a tool for you to use to get at Darlie. About Darlie. Ain't no, I've never contacted you, bitch.
Enjoy what's coming to you in the long run, because when you dig one grave, you better dig two. That's.
Well, Devin and Damon only went in one grave.
It's pretty powerful words there. So anyways, get to digging. Y'all have a wonderful day. Goodbye. My TikTok friends.
This woman is off the hook, and I'm going to make a prediction now. And I've been very good with these predictions over the years when I say I'm going to make a prediction about the case. When the IP drops Darlie and they move forward to have her executed, this woman right here is going into Bellevue. This anger that she has and all this lying that she's doing, she's a flat liar, and we know it. She tells me that first she said she didn't know anything about what Dennis Stahl did or what Darlie said. Then she comes back and says she was protected from it. You are a worse liar than Darlie is. That's why you don't like being called a liar. Nobody likes to be called what they are. I'm a nobody. I'm a nothing. I know this case better than you do. I know it better than you do. So keep on putting your little fake ass TikToks out and telling all these lies. Because what you're doing is proving to us non-supporters who saw me go through this same shit with Darla Key years ago are seeing that the shit is hereditary. I've done everything in my power to harass her. Well, we all know you're a fucking liar, Danelle.